Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another PGR reaction. So I swore I listened to echoing already. I had to look. I didn't find it on any of my videos. There's nothing about it on my channel. I don't know where I'm getting this false memory of doing a video on this song, but apparently I never did. So Dr. Doof wanted me to get to this one, and of course I have to, right? So here we are. A few other people, of course, wanted me to get to this one as well, so that's why I'm getting to it. And I guess without further ado, let's go! Oh, it is very similar. That's why Doof wanted me to get to it. What the hell was that? Okay, I've got to wait for the song to unfold a little bit. Sitting on that 3/4 time signature. Get that flow. Great harmonies too. Really tight harmony choice. Ooh. Oh. They're sinking into a weird space with the energy of this song. And I still don't know what that is. The sound design is making me question. Love the string plucks. It's just, it's got that, thing to it. I'm struggling to find words. I'm sure I'll find them, but all of that echoing motif on the flute from the melody. I feel like the harp strings in there too. I love that piano part too, flowing through like the breeze. It's just that arpeggiating up and down, building that energy. Beautiful, beautiful imagery in the song. Video as well too, but again, this song has a quality to it. I've got to think of the exact words I want to say to specify what that feeling is, but this has something going on and I really like it. So I think I found out what it is, and it's kind of similar to the last video where I loved how that one sounded, the folk energy it was going for. For this one, it's definitely more for like folk ballad. It's kind of in the same area as Scarborough Fair. If you know that song, most people do. It's just got a similar energy to it. The song itself is even borrowing from very similar motifs to that one. The harmonies and even just straight up the vocalist they had for this one just sounds so thin and dainty. It's like there's this fragility to their voice that makes you kind of want to listen, but also you don't want to listen too hard because you might break them. You know, it's this fine line of perfection in this tone and getting that thinness while also having enough support to keep your voice powerful enough to steady with the song. You don't lose any of the vocals in the song at all. And their voice sits on top perfectly fine. It's not really that. It's just that everything's working really nicely together, which is one of the main core factors that I love about folk music, is that it's, as a whole, kind of its own thing. Like, folk music in its history has been, hey, let's get some people together and sing some songs about some events or some scenarios and, you know, a little bit of tall tales, stuff like that. And the reason that that's calling to me so hard in this one is because this song really sounds like everything was being played and performed in the same space, just like folk music used to be. I think that's the energy that I was getting from this one. I didn't feel like it was somebody singing over an instrumental. I felt like this was all done in one room, even though I know it's not, you know? Like, there's no way they got everybody together in a studio and was like, hey, let's record this one song, but it had that feel to it. So that just goes to show how great the composers were and how great the mixing and mastering team for this one was to really understand that energy and that approach, like getting that sound out of it, where I've heard a lot of songs do the folk thing and it's great, even like that last one that felt very personal and very like close knit. It didn't feel like this. This felt like everyone was in the same room. The other one, you could tell there was some separation in the parts, but that was fine, and it was still a really good song. It worked for it. This works for this. But I feel like the whole campfire thing is like the exact imagery you want to have with this sort of song's feel. And I really don't know why this one did it well and the other one didn't quite hit that mark. It's very interesting. It could just be the vocalist. It could be the specific use of certain instruments like the harps and everything. Those usually feel very intimate, and the plucks and everything are a lot softer. And because of that, you're kind of creating this sonic space, this atmosphere that you're all sitting together. And while again, the other song would have definitely benefited from that, I just feel like there was something missing that this song had in the mix, be it the voice, whatever it could be, that just feels a little bit more intimate. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but it very well could just be the voice. And there were some awesome things in this song that they were doing. I mentioned the harmonies in there. Those are thirds. So the way that that works out is, and it's simple, you know, you get two minor thirds ending with a major third, and thirds are very popular, especially in like basically anywhere in Europe. In folk music used a lot of thirds, especially in like Scandinavia, but like anywhere in Europe. It varies, but a lot of Nordic stuff especially used a lot of parallel melodies, so their harmonies were simple and easy to follow, and something like thirds is very easy for people to just hear and go with, and that's why they did that there. It was a lot more flexible for people to sing them in folk songs and harmonize with them when they would play them at other events or, you know, at the bar, whatever it happened to be at, whatever the venue was. It was very easy to pick up for anyone around because it's just a natural place for the ear to land. So having that be the harmony of choice here is very akin to that folk sound. It adds even more to that energy. But there were also things in here that I just was not prepared for. Like, what was that sound design element they were throwing in? And sometimes they would shift down. Like, I'm pretty sure most of this song is in C, or at least one of the parallels of C, but also like they borrowed some notes here because there was some spots in there where it hit to a minor key, and those aren't in C major, which is what I'm pretty sure most of this is in. It's just like, whoa, what's happening? There's emotional beats to that, and they're borrowing stuff from other keys, again, those parallel keys, where you're like, whoa, what is this? We need to make it a little bit sadder here. We need to make the song feel off. We need to just tilt the hat a little bit, like what's going to happen? And emotionally, that's great to do. I talk about it all the time, but for this song to do that in a song that has been up to the point where they started introducing it super positive and kind of like a little melancholic maybe, but overall very static on its mood. It was just kind of, oh, it's pretty, you know, like we're looking out on this beautiful scenery. It's just something that brings you peace to a degree. But then they were like, no. There's something deeper here. This character has story. They've got issues maybe, like there's something going on here. That sound design thing, whatever that was, was the first hint that that might be a thing for me, because I'm like, that's different. That shouldn't be there. You know, it doesn't fit the rest of the song. It doesn't fit this soundscape at all. So it's immediately something that's pulling you out of that. And then they introduce those minor chords in there and you're like, whoa, like, okay, there's more going on here. So this character and this song is reflective of somebody who's largely that overarching emotion of just like, oh wow, beautiful, probably graceful and floating like the breeze, and all these arpeggios in here, and again the harps and everything, like lots of strings, and just supporting this like, oh, I'm beautiful, I love beauty, I love nature, I love earth, everyone loves me maybe. But then also there's those dark turns where you're like, whoa, that what's going on here? What was that? You know, like war crimes maybe? Like what's going on in those moments? I don't know, of course, but it gives me that energy that this character, obviously not perfect, nobody is, but those moments in a theme for a character makes me go, yo, what did they do that was important enough for them to make sure it was clear in their themes? That's obviously the thing to do. You're making a character theme, you want to make the song reflect the character, but just a few of them for this one. Usually it's a little bit more blunt and they're more frequent. So this one didn't have too many. It was still a very overall beautiful song, had a lot of that flowy breeziness to it, but there were moments in there where you're like, I don't know about that one. So interesting. But as cool as that is, it's always songs like this that make me go, ooh, wait a minute, because I don't know how deep that can go. It could be just the subtlety for the sake of subtlety. It could be way deeper than that, and this character has a lot more going on, and it's kind of pressed beneath the surface, and a lot of the time they don't make that entirely clear because they want you to find their story and, you know, experience it and unfold that, unravel it yourself. So for me, just having this to work off of, I'm feeling that I'm fairly accurate with the whole, they're probably very nice or otherwise pretty neutral in their position, and, you know, likes this sort of sound and probably carries himself very gracefully, but then also has done some shit or has been part of some shit that is very wrong and very bad, but not so bad that they feel they need to make an entire verse about it. So maybe they're just the victim here. It's so difficult to pinpoint these sorts of songs when it's so subtle. When it's a song that has so much more of it, it's so much easier to assert the truth of that character and what they've been involved in because there's so much to extrapolate from. But for this, and with the little bit that they had sprinkled in here, it's really hard for me to tell. So hopefully I'm on the right track with that one. But of course, if I'm not, let me know in the comments below. Or if you want me to get to another song, you can leave that in the comments below as well. But I think I'm done yapping here. So thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more stuff coming in the future, you know how to follow me and support me and all that. And I will see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!